On my mind, gotta hustle and grind. Financial literacy always on my mind. I'm stacking knowledge, no time to waste. Gotta invest smart, gotta keep up the pace. I'm reading books, learning all the tricks, studying the market, making calculated picks.
Dang, I wasn't even there. I started talking and realized I wasn't on the screen. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero, and this is Crypto Portfolio Updates. First and foremost, definitely hit the like on the way in if you are catching this as the premiere. If you are catching this after the premiere, do me a favor, hit the like button. It lets me know who's coming through the door, who's checking out the comments, or the content. Can't even talk right. Secondly, I'd invite you, if this is your first time over here, my name's Reckless Ray Dinero. I'm the host over here on Future Financial Strategies. This is our crypto portfolio update that we do weekly. Every single week we dive in, going over the moves and the shakes being made. We are getting into the official Bitcoin bull run, so there is definitely moves being made. I had to make some moves right before recording this episode. Now, if you like the content, I'd recommend you to stick around. This obviously is all focused with one singular goal in mind. We are making our journey, our trek up to the mountaintop of the coveted, arbitrarily selected $1 million net worth mark. One of our main primary strategies and my area of expertise. I've got over 11 years now and counting in the cryptocurrency space. Yes, I haven't been talking for all 11 years. Obviously, I wanted to wait till I had some results and something to talk about. So there's that. Secondly, one of the key mottos for this channel is somebody's got to tell you the truth. After being in crypto for 11 years, I am not a gazillionaire. I did not get rich last Tuesday. I don't have like a Ferrari or Porsche or Versace robes, Versace glasses, any of that stuff to flex in your face. I am slightly above average. Some of the results that I've accumulated for myself is first bull run that I was in, I did not capitalize on it the way that I should have, but the second one I did do better. The first bull run that I was in, I tried to be like most of you who have probably stumbled across this channel, trying to look for a shortcut to get rich tomorrow. And it didn't work. I ended up, losing some money on paper. I walked with more money than I put in, but I definitely didn't walk with what I should have because I didn't know what I was doing. And I was trying to get rich next Tuesday. My second bull run, I was able to clear all my consumer debt, which at the time was over $30,000. We are currently doing a debt elimination update that we do every month for this current debt because I do historically float myself into the bull runs so that I can invest more during the bear market towards the end of it. This time around, life happened. And so now we're sitting with about, as of the first pilot episode, $28,000 in debt that we're working on paying down. And I'm showing you how to do that without carte blanche liquidating assets. And I know that's what the gurus say. I don't agree with that because of a small thing we call opportunity costs and time value of money. So we're doing it a different way. We're testing some of these strategies, these financial tactics that we see out here in these YouTube streets. And I'm testing with my money and reporting back to you on the efficacy and efficiency of said tools. But I did get myself into a position of home ownership. I did leverage myself into a position of partnership at my job, which is still going to work, still in the rat race, but it's slightly better and has some advantages in comparison to just the average Joe that shows up and just shows up to go to work and gets nothing out of it at the end of the day and sees everybody else getting fat and rich. And they're sitting there wondering why they're not getting paid enough, even though their hindquarters aren't on the line the same way as the person who owns said company. So we've had some life improvements, some quality of life improvements. It hypercharged my financial literacy. It changed the way that I look at money, and it is a key factor in the reason I am on the trajectory that I am on now. But I did not get rich the second Tuesday. Didn't go in and tell my job where they could shove it, and I'm living on a beach somewhere. This is reality. Like, I've got very normal life, slightly better with some different opportunities than your average Joe in the workforce. That said, we're tracking the crypto portfolio over here. And I would invite you to hit that subscribe button, join the Wolf Pack, and tap in with us regularly, because this channel is not a solely crypto focused channel. Even though crypto is a big part of my financial strategy, is not the only financial strategy. Matter of fact, I had to go come up with some other means, other buffers, so that I never have to sell my crypto. It's one of my things. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to get on into the getting on. Shout outs to CoinGecko. This is one of the first things we check every single episode. We look at Bitcoin dominance, which is sitting at 56.4% today. Year of our Lord. I record these on Sunday. General public gets them on Wednesday once we get the Discord and maybe a couple of other things. If you guys think you'll find value in this, we will have some benefits for subscribers to the channel at some point. But early adopters, I'll probably have a Discord where we'll do these live so that you guys can tap in and ask questions. And then, see where it goes from there. And then the general public will get access to it on Wednesdays. Now, Ethereum dominance is 11.8%. All of the energy is getting sucked out of altcoins into Bitcoin. It is wild. Ethereum gas fees are at 9.814 Gwei, which isn't super bad. It's around $10 for transactions. I just did a slew myself, did some interactions on the blockchain, some DeFi interactions. I was staking some coins. It was like $8 to $10. Transactions on there are acceptable as long as you are doing over a couple of $100, which is actually something that's attainable for people. Like I don't mind a $10 transaction fee. Yes, it's high in comparison to Solana or many other chains, but there are certain things that are only existing and certain functions that only exist on Ethereum. And I don't want to mess with not being able to do what I need to do. So we made some moves with our coins today. We hit a good metric, and we're going to talk about it once we get to the next part of the show. But first, let's talk about the top trending coins. Currently, right now, the top trending coins are at number 1, Simon's Cat. If anyone's seen Simon's Cat, please report down in the comments if you've seen Simon's Cat. He's looking for it. He has made a token. BounceBit. It's another one. BounceBit and Mantra. Those are the top 3 trending coins. And now we're going to jump over into the top 5 gainers and losers. Now, I want to preface this with, we're getting there. The altcoins are a bubbling and agitating. And I know, and we're going to talk about why I know when we get to the next section. So definitely tap in. If you haven't hit that like button, definitely hit the like button. But I hope everybody is on the top 5 gainers at some point during this bull run, because everybody deserves to get their big win posted up here for me to talk about it, for you guys to get down in the comments and say, see, I told you, I won. And I hope, even more importantly, that you guys make a plan so that you actually capitalize and have something to show at the end of the bull run when the numbers go back down. Very important. And I hope that none of you are on the top losers, but during the bull market, the top losers are usually corrections and opportunities and dips to buy. So maybe you do want to be on the top losers if it's a position that you are looking towards actually adding into the position. Now, let's get this full screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about, what we're doing, what we got going on here. For those of you who cannot see it and are listening in your car, at the gym, wherever you're at, I'm going to tell you what we're looking at. So it's okay. Because that's what I do over here on the channel, Future Financial Strategies. I tell you what we're looking at on the screen so that you don't have to look yourself. I'll be your eyes. Number 1 on the top gainers. Now, we do the top 5. Again, I'm hoping that you guys end up on this list. I really do. I like to see everybody over here in the Wolfpack win. For sure, I know that I've given you guys some wins because we've been tracking this portfolio since its inception. You guys have been here with me, and some of these positions are starting to flourish. They're starting to come to fruition. They're starting to do what I predicted that they were going to do. And we're going to get to that. Now, top gainers. We have at number 1 at rank 258, Casper Network, with a gain of 139.3%. Let's give a round of applause for Casper Network, people. Like, that is awesome. That's what I like to see. And let me tell you, as we are now entering into the banana zone, shout out to Raul Paul, the numbers are going to get crazier. I'm going to repeat that for those of you in the back. The numbers are going to get crazier. It gets nuttier from here. At number 2, at rank 872, we have monkeypox. Hopes nobody gets that unless they bought the token, because that's a wild. The cryptocurrency space is filled with some wild boys and girls, man. Wild. With a gain of 98.2%. At number 3, we have at rank 688, we have Cheyenne with a gain of 73%. At number 4, we have at rank 662, Deepcoin with a gain of 72.8%. And last but not least, at number 5, we have at rank 559, Bongo Cat. You get on them bongos and be a cat with a gain of 61.3%. Now, moving over to the top 5 losers list, I definitely hope that none of you are on this list unless you are looking for a dip to buy or an entry point. That's the only time that I want something to be on this list, because by and large, I want everything green. I want it to go up. I want to make all the money in the world, and I want to be able to capitalize on those gains. But sometimes you got to take the good with the bad, and there are no straight lines up. It just doesn't exist. So you're going to have to get used to number go down. This is where decisions and indefatigability come into play, and discipline. So let's jump into it. At number 1 on the top 5 losers of the last 24 hours as of this recording, we have at rank number 375, Hezbollah's Cat. If anyone has seen Hezbollah's Cat, it has had a 49.4% reduction in its price, and it needs to be returned to its owner. At number 2, we have at rank 854, Major Frog. He's a major, and he's a frog. But he's had a loss of 43% in the last 24 hours. At number 3, we have at rank 865, Nail Long. Nail Long. With a loss of 34.2%. And at number 4, at rank 683, Litecoin Mascot. It's the mascot for Litecoin, apparently, with a loss of 32.5%. And last but not least, at number 5, we have Katana. At rank 946, has had a loss of 32.1%. Now let's jump over to the portfolio. But before we get to that portfolio, give me the screen. I need you guys to look at my face when I give you the update on the numbers, because we give the good and the bad. And right now we are coming out of the bad and moving towards the good. The portfolio is currently up 1.5% in the last 24 hours, which is nice. We are at a total profit. We're back in the green. We're not beating the S&P 500. We're at 4.9%. But that means that obviously we got to give the good and the bad. Like, well, you're not beating the S&P 500 with the majority of your income. Now, this is an active portfolio that we have built for this bull run starting back in August of 2023 was when we started doing, well, December of 2023 was when we started tearing down stuff and redeploying into this portfolio. This is not the entirety of my portfolio. Now, if we look at just the Bitcoin that we bought, because we have the home savings, that was the first thing that we did that was all just Bitcoin. That portfolio in and of itself is up 127%. The plays that we're making in this portfolio that we have been making this whole time, the work that we've been putting in this entire time, we have been focused on getting ready for the next 12 months, the cycle that we've entered into right now. That's why. That's why this is important. That's why we've been doing this. Now, we're going to go in and we're going to do the top 10, and then we're going to talk about the moves that I've made today. Now, again, as we get ready to do this, we want to make sure that it is understood that the top 10, this portfolio is an active portfolio that we started back in December of 2023. Started building this out for the bull run. This isn't my crypto holdings total. The majority of my crypto holdings is Bitcoin, followed by Ethereum. That's my holdings. That's the portfolio. My long-term holdings are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink. So Chainlink would be third in line. At that point, this is also less than 50% of the crypto portfolio that we're out here in these markets playing with. The rest of it's stashed away in cold storage. So this isn't everything. This is what we're working with for the bull run, what we've built for the bull run. Okay, so let's jump on in here. Also, we do not count the Lido staked Ether because that is the long-term holding, but we got to convert over to it this year, so I like to keep it in the portfolio as we're transitioning over. This will dip off going into 2025. Now, USDC is another one that will be dropping off into 2025. But with that said, let's jump on over here. Let me get my face off the screen. And then kill the camera so we can see this. For those of you who aren't looking physically, I will read it to you. So we're going to give the top 10 holdings that I have in the active portfolio for the year, for the bull run, because this is going to carry over. Like, this is a 2-year portfolio. Like, we won't be tearing it completely down the way that we did. We'll have some stuff that we're going to transfer out, get out of the way. And then, yeah, that's the gist of what we're looking at here. So, at number 1, we have Solana, SOL. At number 2, we have Injective, INJ. At number 3, we have Ethereum, ETH. At number 4, we have Radium, RAY. At number 5, we have Superverse, SUPER. At number 6, we have Jupiter Perpetual Liquidity Provider Token. That's a mouthful. At number 7, we have Akash Network, AKT. At number 8, we have Wrapped Bitcoin, WBTC. At number 9, we have Camelot Token, GRAIL. And at number 10, we have Immutable X, IMX. Now, what moves did we make? Because I was pretty busy today. I could have cranked this out a little bit earlier in the day, but I didn't because I had some shuffling and shaking and moving to do within the cryptocurrency space. So let me get back on the screen real quick. Look at me. Here I am over here on the side. We're going to keep that screen big, me small. Going to keep it doing what it do. Actually, let's put me down here. Bottom corner. That's where I like to be. Moves that we made today. These are fresh moves because stuff started agitating. And first, we got to talk about one of the things that was agitating. Let's see here. Where does this have? So, actually, let's go back. Boom. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay. So, let's see here. Oh, that doesn't even give you that anymore? All right, hold on. Boom. Let's view the transaction. So we're over in here now. Oh. What? This is not what I wanted. I wanted you. There we go. Okay. As you can see, we are down to a point where the average net cost on this position is in the negative. And that's because we're up over 300%, which is a metric for us to start pulling. You can see the total profit loss on that, the current holdings, and the total cost. So what did we do at 300%? This is one of my strategic moves. We take out our initial investment. So what we did was we sold off this. Actually, it was like $830. You took a little bit of icing on there because we're probably about 350% over when I initiated my sell. Actually, proceeds $811. There we go. So it was like $811. And we can look back here to see where we were buying. Now, we started buying at $1.74 in December of 2023. Like I said, when we started rolling this portfolio out, we'll show the transactions on that. So we took out our initial investment. We're letting the rest of it ride. It is staked, adding money to itself, compounding, doing all the great stuff that we like to see our tokens do. Now, so that's the first thing that we did. We had that sell, but what do we do with the money? So as the sale occurred, we had a move that we had to make, which is we bought $80, take 10%, tax ourselves, over into our Lido staked Ether position. Where did the rest of the reallocation go, you ask? We have a new contender that is just outside of the top 10, Aave. Now, what is Aave, you ask? It is one of the biggest decentralized protocols on the Ethereum network. They do a lot of lending and borrowing. A lot of your automated lending and borrowing apparatus go through the Aave ecosystem. So we wanted to go ahead and have a shot at this token. The previous all-time high was sitting at $600. We are currently within the 160 to 171 range. I bought in today at 162, or no, 161.85 was the purchase that I did today, which is awesome. As you can see in our 2024 portfolio, we are already up 1.1%, which is nice. I like that. We are going in on this position. I am looking at, I could see an easy 3x. I could see us hitting 400. Our previous all-time high is 661. As you have more DeFi adoption and people sloshing around, this is a stalwart protocol in the Ethereum DeFi space. They are also multi-chain, so there is a lot of growth potential for this token. Staking only available on Ethereum, though. So I wanted to stake because, as we all know, I do not like stagnant coins. I am not sitting waiting for number to go up. It's staked in the protocol. It's locked up for the cooldown period for this one is 20 days. I do have a little bit more money that I might be throwing in there. I might do one more buy on this, but it depends on what our other positions are looking like, because TIA, which has also fallen out of the top 10, is looking a little bit anemic. It is in buy range for us, and we could get our average cost down on that. So that way, when it starts running, should it start running, we'll be able to look at it and be happy with the fact that, like, hey, this is still, we got a little bit better than what we did because the entry points did drop. Hard to time the market. We tried our best to dollar cost average, but I also rushed into some of the positions. So we took some hits, and therefore, because of when we started entering, it is what it is. Having that said, the Aave network was one that I was looking at as a secondary price for at a secondary position, as some of these initial positions started to hit 300%. So as we have broken the 300%, and this is that's one of the reasons I know that we're getting ready to hit the bull run, hit the banana zone, hit whatever crazy euphoric space you want to talk about within this cryptocurrency world that we're in, within the cryptocurrency market, is because as soon as I start seeing my positions, as soon as you start seeing some of the altcoins start hitting that 300%, That's the telltale sign. Now, the question is, how many times are we going to hit that 300%? Because like it's going to get wild out here, and I'm excited and here for it. Within the Solana ecosystem, there's a lot of activity over there, so it's not surprising me that that is one of the coins that hit first. I have a couple of other plays within the Solana ecosystem. I'm really interested to see what Solana does during the bull run. I do have a lot of Solana. It's the number one holding that I have. I have a lot of Solana split up into different types of derivatives to add a little spice to it, get some diversification. And so far, so good. I'm very happy. We had to do some management with our liquidity providing over on Radium because the run-up has been so staggering, so jarring that the pools have to be managed. Now, I fell out of one pool, but the pools that are currently going are at a way higher APR than the pool that I was in. So I had to move it into the appropriate pool so that way we could keep it moving forward and continue to produce some more income while holding those coins. Also, it allowed me to pull off what I needed to get my initial investment out, transferred it over to Ethereum, and then got into this AVA position. The AVA is staked. It's a small staking position, but it's stable. It's 4.5%, which is actually better than staking Ethereum. And if it runs up the way that I think it's going to, this could be another opportunity for another 3x, which means I now have to find another backup position to add on to my list of things that I'm interested in getting into position-wise. Take that off the screen. I'm hoping that everybody is getting some value out of this. I hope that you guys are ready for what is about to transpire. I mean, the run-up on Bitcoin alone has been amazing, but wait till you see what the altcoins do. Again, I've talked about it multiple times. It is super important that you have your exit strategies in mind because it's going to get crazy. And I'm not saying that I'm going to dump all my coins because I don't actually come all the way out of the crypto market. I will be consolidating down into Ethereum this year. That is my goal. So even the Bitcoin standard stuff will be getting converted over to Ethereum at some point, probably as Bitcoin starts blow off topping. We are transitioning our Bitcoin that we had saved up for the home savings to get some repairs done around this house, the portfolio that's up 127%. We will be getting a tax bill for that because we are starting to convert that over slowly. We're starting to dollar cost average out. I've got a couple of sell orders out there for when the numbers are right. We've got those set out, and they're within the window of time that I believe that we'll be hitting those numbers. And we will be converting that over into our income portfolio and then using the income out of the income portfolio to then pay for the home repairs / upgrades that we are intending to do within probably the next 7 or 8 months. So we're going to just slow trickle it over there, get some additional income going, and use that to build up the income portfolio as well. And yeah, like while we're waiting, we're just going to keep stacking that income. We're going to keep building. We're going to keep things rolling. We're just getting it ready because it's way easier to deploy fiat to fiat when I'm getting that check every month. It'll be easier for me to buy it there. And I want that asset in a position to where even if it's not going to be exponential growth, it's going to be partially contributing to exponential growth. And then also giving us the ability to, as soon as that check comes in, just go ahead and just pay for stuff and have it be done right. But I don't just want to blow those dollars because now that we're cycling the money, we're looking for ways to get it to somewhere where it's going to continue to generate income, because as it's generating income, we'll be buying that Bitcoin back in the long-term holds that I'm just going to have to build up our wealth, our war chest, our wealth chest indefinitely. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing. I hope you guys got value out of the episode. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Are you guys starting to get some coins that are popping off in your portfolios, your personal portfolios, that are making you feel good, that are showing you that, hey, something's going on here. Like, hey, I'm starting to get excited. You're waking up, you're opening your CoinGecko, you're opening your Delta Investment Tracker app, and you're looking in there and just smiling. You're like, hey, stuff's starting to turn green. It's starting to turn real green. I want to know what coins you guys have that are starting to burst off, because there are a lot of coins that are starting little runs. They're starting to get ready to do what they're getting ready to do. And I want to hear about it. So tap in with me down in the comments. Also, if you haven't liked it yet, if you made it this far in the video, there's no reason you shouldn't be giving me a like. Secondly, if you made it this far in the video, you should probably just stick around and join the Wolf Pack. Get rich with us, because we're not trying to get rich by ourselves. So hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and turn them all on, because I do not flood feeds. You only get information that will be beneficial to your life when it happens. I'm not posting over here all the time just to have engagement. Until next week, people, this has been Reckless Ray Dinero with another crypto portfolio update. Peace.
Money on my mind, yeah. Focus, got no time for games, nah. I don't play, man, I'm all about that financial literacy. Investing in my future, building generational wealth. Dollar bills, they be calling my name, but I ain't chasing fame, I'm chasing change. Learn the game, now I'm playing it smart. Putting my money to work, it's an art. I'm stacking paper, building my own empire. No more living check to check, I'm getting higher. Investing in stocks, real estate, and more. Gotta secure the bag, that's what I came for.